Do you remember how much fun it was when we were kids and we could imagine that we were maybe a dog or a cat or we were a lion or something? Those were fun times. But, as we continue to grow, we eventually realize that, well, we're not a dog, we're not a cat, we're not a lion, we're just a person. And being a person is actually a good thing because we're created in the image of God. And, of course, He created Adam and Eve in His image, and then we are descendants of Adam and Eve. Well, unfortunately and strangely, there's a woman in Norway who thinks that she's actually a cat. Now, she's 20 something, seems like she's in her early 20s, and she's actually going around thinking that she's a cat. So this Norway woman thinks she's a cat, and we wish this was a parody, but it's not. Nano, who's 20, has believed that she was born into the wrong species since she was 16. She claims to be able to see in the dark and have a strong sense of smell. She also hates water and claims to be able to communicate simply by meowing. All right, now again, when you're a little kid, you can have a secret doggy language or kitty language, or that's all fun when you're 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. But at age 20, you'd think something must be wrong. There's something wrong with her ticker in order that she would be thinking this way. Now again, it's fine to have the imagination and to play once in a while, but we're not cats, are we? We're actually people. And I have to wonder if she had to hold down a real job, if she had to provide for herself, would she still think that she was a cat? Now, again, I don't wish anything bad upon her, but I just have to wonder, how did she get to this place where that she thinks she's a cat, where she's born into the wrong species? I can only um, I can only guess that it might have something to do with the general feeling that we are given in our societies nowadays that, well, you're a boy, but you should have been a girl, or you were born a girl, but actually inside you're really a boy. And this whole idea that you're not really what you appear to be, but you can decide to be something else. And in my opinion, this is something that was really coming as soon as we decided that you don't have to be the gender that you were born with, but you can decide what gender you want to be. I mean, of course, the idea that she can actually see in the dark and has a stronger sense of smell, it's simply, it's insane. And if she actually had to use those skills, she'd be dead. That's just the reality. If she had to actually earn her living as a cat, she would not be living. If she had to be able to speak to others through meows, she just wouldn't be alive. I mean, this is where she would basically deselect herself from the gene pool because she wouldn't make it. If ever there was survival of the fittest, this might be a case where she would not survive. If she were really a mutant, this is a strain that would be dying out. Now, again, I don't wish her anything bad. I wish her the best, and I hope that she comes to her senses sooner than later. But I just have a feeling that our society is saying, oh, isn't that cute? That's all right. And this may be a result of that kind of thinking. So in the video, Nano, who reflects her inner cat by wearing a pair of pointed ears and an artificial tail, begins her interview with a series of rather convincing meows. She then explains that she first discovered her true identity as a teenager. I realized I was a cat when I was 16, when doctors and psychologists found out that I found out what was the thing with me. Under my birth, there was a genetic defect, she explains in the video. Now, again, genetics are interesting things because what we believe about ourselves on a subjective basis, it doesn't matter if it's objectively true or not. It's how you feel about yourself. This has been demonstrated many times. People that have been given the wrong diagnosis, that, hey, you've got 2 weeks to live. Sometimes they actually convince themselves that they're going to die, and sure enough, they die right on time, or 6 months, or whatever it may be. And then later it's discovered, oops, we made a mistake. That person wasn't actually sick. He was pretty healthy. But somehow their mind can tell their cells that we're done for, and they actually fulfill that. This has all been proven. There are many examples of this. So this idea that there's something genetically wrong with her, and now she's sort of using that. She's pouncing on that, so to speak, right? Um, something strange about that, that she now thinks that she is a trans species. Well, let's pray for her. She needs to come back to reality. Our sons and daughters, and she's a daughter of the King. We are human, we're not cats. Until next time, take care.